Hey gang, welcome to Clipsy's Bricks, and this is City Update number 7. Uh, I did have to re-update or re-upload, City Update 6. There were some copyright issues, and the video got all chopped up, so I did re-upload it. If you haven't seen it, you can check that out. But otherwise, you can see there's been a little bit of developments just as far as adding of 2 new Lumi brick sets. But yep, that corner's still a mess. Let's get them going and do some updates. The last time I added in these upper walls to cover that top platform edge. Today, I want to kind of shuffle some things around. I also want to put these on a mills plate just so we can get it up to the same level as the rest of the builds. Also, I'm tired of looking at these studs. We're gonna tile that in, and I don't know. We'll see how much time we got. And like I said, I kind of want to change things up a little bit. And now that the summer's almost over, here late August, temperatures are finally getting a little bit better here in the Lego room, and yeah, it can actually be bearable to be in here. So let's get to it. So I want to start developing this area in here where the elevated tram is. So I'm gonna have to clean this out. I think it's time for the construction crane to move elsewhere. Also, I will start developing these plates in here. But I think first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna take Tudor corner and we're gonna put it down here where the crane is. So let me do that. All right, so I put the boutique hotel back in the city. I've been missing it, so I wanted to get back in there. And I just realized my first problem is because this is a corner building, it will not fit here because of the elevated. So Tudor corner will not fit on this lower level because of the elevated platform, because this building goes all the way back to the edge of its base plate. So I'm gonna need something that doesn't go all the way back. So I think what we'll do is we'll take Tudor corner and I'm gonna put it up there where the club is. All right, Tudor corner's down here. Not sure I like the placement of that. I did turn it though, so I could see this side, since I have been looking at the front side of the pub since January. So change that up a little bit. Like I said, I'm not sure how I feel about that positioning. I've got these two. You know, I'm gonna need to deal with mills plating these before we move on. And I do like the boutique hotel there, but I think I need to switch this up. I don't think the wine bar really looks that good next to the boutique hotel. So it's a domino effect. So what I did is I moved the grocery store mock to next to the boutique hotel, which is the way I had in my old city at my last house, and then I just moved the wine bar right next door, and then everything else just kind of shuffled back or shuffled down. Now let's get to looking at the meals plating the 2 Lumi brick sets. This is the book cafe. This is the skate shop. So we're going to do that, but we have one kind of concern, I suppose. So the bookshop, if we're going to mills plate it, is actually 18 studs wide, so it won't fit on your standard 32 by 16 base plate. And likewise, with the skate shop, it is 26 studs wide. So you're gonna end up with extra 6 studs if you use a 32 by 32. So my thought is, if we combine these, here, let me just swap these around. we can use the two base plates in conjunction, and that way the bookshop gets the extra two studs from the 32 by 32 with the skate shop, and then we have a 4 stud extra alleyway for, you know, going down the side of the book cafe. So that's my idea. All right, so I've prepared the Mills plate here. So I've got our 4 stud spacer, and then what I did is I put the 16 by 32 and then underneath the skate shop, so that we're using more of the 32 by 32, and that way if I'm lifting and moving this around, there should have more stability, because there's the seam in between the two sets will be further from the edge of each set. Perfect. I'm just gonna press this down and we'll come right back. All right, skate shop is, I was gonna say it's all pressed down and secure, but there we go. Now that front corner is, that's where I tried not to put too many supports underneath, just so I didn't have too much issues securing this. Should be good now. One of the other things I want to do though is, for this wire, I want to feed it through the plate. All right, that took way longer than it should have. But I wanted to pass the wire through there so it's not coming out the back, and then this is kind of like looks like a drain to me. So I figured if we snug the wire down, and then, I may have to change that block, but maybe not. Let's just, all right. Move that a little closer. I'm going to use this wedge plate. And then I need a couple more pieces here. Okay, we're gonna move this block over one more. And then do that, and then I'll just space those out a little bit more. All right, so there's that. I don't need that. And then I'm going to use a manhole cover. All right, and then before I put the cafe on, we're just going to tile this off. I think that looks pretty good. Hides the wire pretty well. Let's get the cafe on there. I think that looks just great, and now you can see why I wanted to mirror build the cafe. Given the spacing with the skate shop and the cafe being larger than a standard half or full, or smaller than a full base plate, combined, we got a nice little alleyway there. It creates a little bit of space and you got a nice little scene going on in between. Now let's get this back in the city. Yeah, I think that looks great. And you can see through the alleyway into the darkness of the noodle shop and the corner deli and behind. Definitely gonna need to add some lights over there. And then you'll be able to see through this alleyway as well. Although my plan is, I think I'm gonna put another half building in between these two. And then we'll shuffle some things around. But that's for a later date. Now, let's deal with this, because I'm tired of these studs. That looks a lot better. Yeah, I should have done that months ago. So I think I'm about ready now too, also to got some parts here to start building out and closing in the back of this finally. So look forward to seeing that in another future update. But for now, well, let's put this back in the city. We're gonna leave this here for now. I'm loving the way that looks. Loving the way this bottom level is really starting to come together. Because I do need to get some lights into the back there. And we'll eventually figure out exactly the placement of that back row where we can see it optimally. But I'm really liking the layered effect in the views. Looking awesome. But stay tuned for more videos, more mocks, and more updates. Till then, stay tuned and look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, all. Oh, those lights look so good.